No, no, no. I mean, we want to keep people in suspense. We want people to click and be like, "Oh, it's just started." Like, no, no, it's one for Execration. But it's still a very important match. If Execration wins this, they will overtake Hokori in a tiebreaker. So it is a do or die for Execration. Whereas for Boom Esports, they're already in upper bracket. They're experimenting with strats, or so we think, right, Rob?
Yes. I mean, again, we can't take anything away from Execration though. They just played so well in that last
Oh
game.
yes.
Boom did put up a really good fight, but the Edge comes out, so we both have a hero we can hate.
Oh yeah, right. You hate the Enigma. I hate the Enchantress. There's a Nyx Assassin also, which is, I mean, it's kind of okay. I still find the heroes to be very mediocre most of the time, but all right. But it is. You look at the Execration drive, you're like, oh, that's. I guess those are heroes. I mean, look at Boom Esports. You got the manly Kunkka, and you got the ghouly Death Prophet. I like what they have. That's a good tower push, decent control, that damage mitigation, and check it out. It is going to be the FBZ Primal Beast, and I'm guessing that's going to be the skimmed Treant and Tim's on the Death Prophet. Death Prophet 4 could be the other way around. I swear I've seen Tim's play Treant more than Skim. Like, I feel fairly confident on that one.
Well, the morph comes out for Execration here as well, so Execration wants to go back for this, and yeah, it's. I mean, Death Prophet. Do we think support? Are we definitely thinking support, not mid? Because we've seen a couple of mid. I mean, we've seen Bob play the Death Prophet mid a couple of times, right?
It could be. I mean, it could be like Jack Boys on the Kunkka, right? For Boom, and maybe they put the Death Prophet mid. Execration, they are functioning along they're functioning along the lines that it's FBZ offlane Kunkka. FBZ offlane Death Prophet Kunkka mid. There's a carry main, which I think is the safer bet. I do think Boom Esports might want to go for a carry in their last pick.
Yeah.
Boom, they're getting rid of mid laners because obviously you have Enigma, you have Morphling. A bit of a slow lineup from Execration this time around. In between, firstly, Morphling is going to fight early. A is not banned. Oh, interesting. And secondly, is that Enigma in between Black Hole, you really don't do that much. You don't bring that same impact. So we'll see what Boom Esports is going to go with here. Again, A is not banned. Maybe Yopaj.
Yeah.
Yopaj takes the mid AA. I don't know. Crazier things have happened. Here we go. Here we go. He went for Slark.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. This is going to be the Jack Boy Slark mid Kunkka. I mean, the standard for Boom Esports. Does that mean? Wait. Primal Beast and Death Prophet. One of them is going to be a support.
I would have leaned to Death Prophet more of a support than Primal Beast.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like Primal Beast suits FBZ quite a lot.
Yeah.
Execration, they need a mid laner here. Preferably, I mean, the problem is that the Kunkka was taken and they need someone like a Kunkka. I've been harping on about Dragon Knight. If someone actually says, like, oh, Dragon Knight must be Otomo's favorite hero, he keeps mentioning it. Well, no, it's just there's not much mid laners that go and can front for your team besides Kunkka and Dragon Knight. And Kunkka's taken, Dragon Knight's in the pool, but you don't really want to pick Dragon Knight. They're so off meta.
Pick the Alchemist, Frontliner just sits in, you get your acid spray down, so minus armor. I'm making all this up, by the way. It's probably not a good hero to pick up, but yeah, just Alchemist.
That's probably that would like compound your greed problems. Morphling wants farm, Alchemist wants farm, Enigma does nothing when Black Hole's down. But so you are just gonna
greed is good. So I've been told.
So this is definitely one of the best cheat codes in Warcraft 3. No. I don't see it. Maybe you put the Morphling mid and you pick a more active carry. I mean, Pudge is not even in the pool. Boom Esports, they really did well with that Pudge pick. I think they need something active. Something who can just stay in, like an Ursa would be really good for Execration. But then you have to put the Morphling mid, and that's not ideal. I feel like that would be the way you want to go, though. What do they go with? They go with the Leshrac. Okay. I mean, good tower damage. I like it. The laning's not great against the Kunkka. It's not too bad. And it is going to be the Tim's Treant, by the way. Yeah, Boom Esports really they prioritize the 4 Treant way more than the 5 Treant when they pick it up, which is a bit different from other teams, but pretty cool for them. I can't say I like this Execration draft. I do like they have the big black hole. That's pretty good. They got the Morphling, but we have seen the Morphling be beaten a few times now. It's no longer this insane pick that we used to see. For Boom, I'm sorry.
It's an FBZ Kunkka Yopaj
I
Primal Beast.
know. I was looking at the heroes and I was like, okay, Jackboy Slark, Tim's Treant Protector. Wait, what?
Do you want to then run the Slark up against the Morphling and put FBZ, try and play some musical lanes and get the Kunkka up against the Enigma? Because we've seen Kunkkas absolutely run over Enigmas in the lane.
Yes.
So do you think...
I think that's the only reason why they would put Kunkka on anything not mid, right? So that you can actually rotate him. If you put Yopaj on the Kunkka, and we haven't seen Buiso be very flexible with their lanes where like the mid laner goes carry and things like that.
Yeah.
Like if Yopaj is on the Kunkka, he's going mid. So putting FBZ on it, and you're like, okay, FBZ, like I want to go here, I want to go there, I'll be wherever Tino is, and it's like you said, it's always been pretty damn good for the Kunkka.
Well, we'll see if they do want to run those musical lanes, get a bit of a lane swap going on as we get ourselves into the second game. It makes sense to me, but then again, a lot of things make sense to me that don't actually make sense to pros. So, we'll see how they want to play this. Smoke's going to come out as well. Go on. Insult
That's because pros aren't on your level. Why would I insult you, man?
Oh yeah, pros definitely aren't on my level. Yeah, that's the way we're going to go with that.
We are friends while the camera's on. We're nice people. I like that one. What the Herald was that? That's pretty good. One of these days, I'm gonna go and watch hear all the voice lines for the talent. See which one I like. Maybe do my own rating. Sheep did it.
Yeah,
I like the Action Slacks one. Yeah, it's pretty good.
But yeah, so it looks like. Do they want to send... I mean, everybody's sitting mid at the minute for Boom. They did get a ward down on the other side of the river as well, so I do wonder if they want to try and swap those lanes and get the Slark up against the Morphling. Because, again, even the Slark up against the Morphling, once you get that Essence Shift and the Pounce out, it's a decent amount of harass that you can get on the Morphling. You can shut in... As we wait for everyone to get the spams over with. But yeah, you can take a decent amount of agility away from him early on as well, just to... in the lane, just to make it a little bit more frustrating for the hero.
I love this. Bob, he tipped Yopaj. He's like, tip me back. He's like, tip me back. Come on. These battle pass levels ain't cheap. I need these tips. Come on. Actually, do you get the 50? Do you get the 50 battle pass points when you tip someone?
It's Dota plus points.
Only Dota plus points. I know I gave Dota plus. Oh man.
Yeah.
The old days when you used to tip during battle pass season, you'd actually give them battle pass points. But Valve is.
Yeah. Great value in the battle pass. Anyway, getting into the game, Yopaj is going to be coming right up against Bob. There is going to be a split earth coming out, and Bob can get himself away because the Nature's Grasp got used here now as well. Abeng's going to try and do what he can with the harass. FBZ taking a little bit of punishment now as well, and it looks like lane shift is going to be coming through here now as well as FBZ, as well as Tim's going to be moving down to the bottom lane. Going to be scouted out here by this ward, so I wonder. Execration know this is happening, and I wonder if they're going to try and swap these lanes or if they're just going to be letting this happen. And it looks like Tino already drops. He's actually going to be pulling back on the Eidolons here as well, just one of them moving forward, so doesn't want to give those away to FBZ to farm up with the Tidebringer.
Yeah, but unfortunately that means that you're not really getting the value out of the mark conversions that you'd want. It's like you get one, that's fine, but you usually want to be able to use them to harass, to be able to do things, but one Tidebringer hit brings them barely to anything, and then Tim's can follow up with a Nature's Grasp. So it's very awkward. Oh, Shanks, he is walking through trees. He's taking a lot of damage here on this next assassin. Does have a Ring of Health. Looks like he's going to go for his Tranquil Boots. I'm becoming more and more a fan of these position 4 just rushing Tranquil Boots. Gives you so much laning presence, particularly in a lane like this.
Clever move there by Shanks as well. He moves through the trees, so it looks like this camp was blocked because the Nyx was there and not because there was a sentry ward behind it.
Yeah.
So yeah, really nice move from Shanks. A little bit of mind games coming out there from the Nyx assassin. I wonder if the Treants maybe going to think of going for the D ward anyway.
We'll see what Tim says. And in Tim's, he's going to... Oh, of course, it's position 4. Even though it's position 4 Tim's, he's still going to be the safe lane. He's still FBZ's partner. And just Shanks taking a little bit more damage. But mid lane, Leshrac versus Primal Beast. the classic matchup, you know, that we've seen every game.
The famous matchup of those heroes that we see all of the time.
You know, we're back to one of those skill-based matchups between. Yopaj should have a decent time of last hitting just because, you know, he's got so much extra damage thanks to Uproar. But at the same time, Bob will be able to harass him a lot if he with the Split Earth, which he's already got Yopaj to half health. So I imagine that's something that Yopaj is going to be a little bit worried about. Overall, you also have not much health on Bob. Like, if Yopaj commits to a kill, he might just be able to get him.
Yeah, I suppose the saving grace is that Split Earth, where if Yopaj gets on top of him with the trample, you know, you're going to be able to interrupt that with the Split Earth and move yourself away. But yeah, like you say, Uproar comes out from Yopaj, and once he gets those phase boots out, you know, once he's going to be able to get the onslaught onto Bob the Pulverize as well, and it's going to be a really early Pulverize coming out because obviously the mid lane solo XP. Bob might not find this lane as easy.
No, but for now, he's doing a good job making sure Yopaj just doesn't feel comfortable. So, good on Bob. And yeah, Execration, great tower damage in this game. Bing, he's going up against Skim. One Spirit Siphons, one heals itself, and it's like neither one of them really loses out. They're like, all right.
Yeah, it's that stoppable force meets the movable object kind of problem where both players aren't really effectively doing damage to each other on those heroes.
I imagine at one point both players are just high five and they're like, all right, you know what, that was fun. Listen, I got pulls to do.
Nope.
I got
mid lane though, Yopaj, he's going to be taking a lot of damage coming through from Bob. He did onslaught and trample in. The Split Earth did come out, and Bob, well, he's going to fight both players though, taking a lot of punishment. And Primal Beast out of regen. How's it looking for the Lishrak? He only really has that Fairy Fire, so they're going to be waiting here for those water runes to come back up.
I'll be interested to see if anyone sort of secures the water rune. Shanks still bottom. Abing as well as Skim still top. Although looks like Skim might be going for the bounty as well as the top water rune. Meanwhile, though, Bob.
Does he get the damage out now as well? The trample of the Split Earth comes out. He's going to be able to get a lot of damage come through here, Bob. But Yopaj, he's not going to be taking tower shots. No right clicks. It's only trample damage. And Tim's comes in as well. He does have the living armor to help out into Yopaj, give him a little bit of a boost. And yeah, the rotation down Scan. He takes that water rune, so Bob has to go all the way back. I mean, the creeps pull through to the tier 2 anyway, but he's going to have to go all the way back to the fountain to heal up.
Ooh, a little bit unfortunate for him. And yeah, Yopaj is doing just a good job because he's like he's got so much health. You know, Bob tries to kill him, but he's like, you can't. You know, even with the diabolic eating, it does a massive amount of damage. It's pure damage, unreduced by anything. But it doesn't matter. You just have so much health, and the extra armor coming out from Tim's also doing a good job of making sure that he can hand up. Oh, top lane Skim.
Yeah, I just watched him be taken down. Abing, a really nice play picking up the potato, so he gets that swiftness aura, gets the extra attack speed coming out, even if it is only 15. You know, every little help there on that gank against the Death Prophet.
It adds up. Oh, mid lane, Bob being harassed again by Yopaj. Once Yopaj is level 6, I'm very excited to see what he can do. He's always been a very active player. You know, Ember, Spirit, Snapfire, Kunkka. He likes these heroes who can just get a lot of stuff done. And Primal Beast does seem like it would fit him.
Bottom lane, X-Max's spot comes out. Spike Carapace is going to be there, though. The torrent will still connect, and Shanks going to get himself away from this one. The Nature's Grasp is going to be slowing him down a lot, and Shanks trying to run himself back underneath the tier 1 tower. But he did lose most of his health there. Spike Carapace helping out a little bit.
It doesn't matter. He's got the Tranquil Boots. You know, this is why this item's so good. It's like, yeah, you used a lot of mana to sort of harass me, but it doesn't matter. It does make a difference for him. He's just next to the tower. He's just healing up. Is he actually going to go back? No, okay. I was thinking, is he going to go back to base for? I know he has enough mana for his combo. So it's going to be here nearby.
Otomo now as well, but the Nature's Grasp this time, the drive back into the torrent, is it going to be enough? No, the Malefice, it interrupts the stuns just so slightly. The right clicks there as well from FBZ. Spike Carapace is going to be used, and yeah, Malefice. So there is some good interrupts here on this bottom lane for Execration. I thought this lane would have gone a lot worse. I mean, 36 last hits to the Kunkka though. That's still pretty good. Top lane, Palos going to be taking a lot of harass, trading off onto Jackboys though. Jackboys, what can he do? Has that Dark Path, but not a lot of health left to use it with. And Palos, he was just shifting over. Living armor. Going to give a little bit of regen over to Jackboys. What can he do? Because Palos, he looks like he might want to try and get aggressive here. With the 3 points into the waveform, if he can close the gap, he might actually be able to get a kill into Jackboys.
Yeah, that's the time it just right though, so that he does. You know, he actually hurts him before he jumps away. But yeah. Palos, he's not. You know, he's not that gung ho about it. Or is he? My God, he's playing on such low health. It is worrisome. However, Jackboys, he's healed a significant amount of health, so he might just be okay at this point. And overall, just one kill in the first almost 7 minutes of the game so far. Tino on the Enigma suffering quite a bit with only 22 last hits. Then again, at the same time, Jack Boys isn't getting much himself.
Yeah, and the Hellburst Smasher might be able to give the clap over to the Scam,
Oh,
which not something you want to deal with. Go on.
Bob, he's invis, he's top, he's got that ruin. What's he gonna be doing here?
Just pops up against Jack Boys now. It's on Jack Boys. Has to dive underneath the tier 1 tower. Dark Pack comes out, but Bob will be able to do enough damage to get the kill. Yopaj is going to be able to rotate, but Pulverize comes out into Abeng now as well. But Abeng, with the Nature's Attendant, is going to be keeping him alive. And again, we see Enchantress not going for the impetus pickup. 2 points into the enchant, 1 into the Nature's Attendant. So no max damage coming out here for Abeng. Just focusing on keeping himself alive.
I mean, this does seem to be the build that we've been seeing so often right now. Palos might be in... Is he going to be in trouble here? Yopaj? No, it looks like he's just going to leave. Or is he? Yeah, Yopaj is just going to leave. They're not going for Abeng. Skem, though.
Skem's going to be in trouble. The waveform comes through. And yeah, he did use a Spit Staff. And Yopaj comes back, though. A little bit of a bait, maybe. He gets the trample down. He's going to be able to take down the Enchantress. And now the pounce. The Pulverize comes out. But there's Morphlin. He's shifting into that strength. It's not going to be enough. Jack Boys gets the kill.
Mid lane, though.
Ooh, what are they going to be able to do? They do get the kill onto Tim's. Bob.
Busy's here.
I mean, 4 points as well. He's going to be using the Diabolic Edict to come through. 4 points. Just how long is that? 28 damage for 10 seconds? Yeah, okay, that's a lot of damage. Shanks, X-Mark comes back now as well. FBZ, he drops the boat. Yopaj, he's going to be able to get the onslaught as well. Spike Carapace comes out at the last second, but the trample is still going to be more than enough damage to finish the job.
Yeah, it's Diabolic Edict does, I think, 1,120 damage at max level. It's pretty massive.
Yeah.
It's all pure. So it does take time to get all that damage out, but it's pretty impressive. Abeng, bottom lane, they're going for it. Are they going for it? They have the Black Hole. They do use it.
Through. Yeah, there was no boat, no torrent interrupt there as well. It's going to be a lot of damage on FBZ. He's going to be taken down. Yopaj TPs himself down, but the trample again on Abeng. And Abeng, can he get himself away even with a Centaur Stomp? Can Yopaj close it down? Doesn't have a lot of mana left. There's not going to be Nature Scraps on range on Abeng. And it looks like they might carry on going with his phase boots. Malphus comes out. Yopaj, Abeng survives. Skin of his teeth things there.
Execration getting away with murder just now. They killed FB. That's I think their most farmed hero on the enemy side. Yeah, it is. So a huge win. Tino, he was suffering a little bit, but getting that kill makes all the difference in the world for him.
Abeng's tempting fate though. Yopaj, the onslaught comes through. Abeng, he dodges it off. Trample's gonna be the slowed down by the enchant. Abeng teasing it with the high five. Still a lot of damage. You've got to be careful. Shanks rotates in. Might be able to get that impale off. Look at the right click damage coming through from Yopaj though. And Abeng, again, by the fur on his fluffy tail, gets away from that, prances away. No.
Oh, so he had a lot of health, right? And
yeah.
It seems like the chest would be pretty furry down on her tail. Meanwhile, though, well, it looks like they're gonna go. Yopaj charges in, but
really nice Spike Carapace. Yeah.
This tower, by the way, they're doing a decent job of keeping it alive here with the 2 points in living armor, but they're gonna need a little bit more than that if they want to actually get it there for a while. Seems like Bob just charges in with the Diabolic Edict and does way more damage than one living armor. Does about like 4 or 5 living armors in a row.
Yeah, you can see how slowly this is ticking back up here. What level is the living armor? It is only level 2. Yeah, okay. Abeng could be a little bit of danger. The silence comes out. X-Mark into the boat. Does he want to throw the torrent with this as well? He absolutely does. And Yopaj, kill secured. No kill snipes, just kill secures.
Third time's the charm. Yeah, this is the third time he's like, all right, once he dodges, it's not going to happen 3 times in a row. Well, Jack Boys, he's going for the Falcon Blade and Diffusal, so it does feel like he might want to be engaging fairly early on. Palos on the Morphling. Well, he's got a Ring of Basilisk on Morphling. Huh. Does this make something I don't know? Like, is this... I can't imagine it makes something that you'd actually want. Yes, it's either a Vlad's or a Veil, right? So this is interesting. I Ring of Basilisk on the hero. Bomb lane though. FBZ's in trouble.
Yeah, there's going to be a 3 hero dive now. So Black Hole's still down for the next 50 seconds. Can they turn this one around? Yopaj, X-Mark is about drag back. They're going to be able to get the trample and get the kill onto Tino now. Shanks was that Spike Carapace. It's still going to be a few away, and the Pulverize does come through. So they're going to be able to get the kill onto 2 here. Boom. Really good setup. The Exorcism is there as well if they maybe want to move on to this tier 1 tower bot. Catapult that they can keep protected, so they might make a move here. Scam, does he want to go pop this Exorcism?
Tim's by the way, mid lane. Yopaj is coming in. Tim's is keeping Bob busy. The charge does land, but pushes him right on the high ground. Very awkward. that fight bottom, a lot of credit goes to Tims. Yeah, he wasn't there, but he was like baiting Bob into staying in the lane, trying to take the tower. He's like, yeah, just come to the tower, you know? But while he was slowing it down, so Bob was like, I want to commit to this tower, but at the same time, Tims makes it keep going. Oh, Bob though.
Bob gets dropped on the boat. Yopaj gets another kill. Really nice ward. So the Kunkka playing it in the trees in this little gap here was able to claim the kill. Now FBZ. X marks the spot 10 seconds away, so Abeng might be able to prance himself away from this. Yeah, Nature's Attendance comes out early now as well. Abeng, that's not the right direction, mate. You want to be going somewhere else, anywhere else. But walks in FBZ. The slow comes out from the enchant. Yopaj is still around. X-Mark. Black Hole's going to be coming through if you want to drop it here. But you can see the space in between the two players. FBZ taking a lot of damage, but not as much as Tino that gets taken down the pulverize. And Yopaj phase boots coming through. Abeng can he get himself away. The Urn going to be doing a lot of damage. The Tumbler's Toy comes up and Yopaj gets himself the double.
What is Yopaj? He's going straight up for the BKB, by the way. Like that, only Black Hole will be able to control him. Once he gets the BKB, just can onslaught onto the enemy side. Nice stack he's going to be taking for himself as well. What do we have on FBZ? He's going for the Spirit Vessel.
Yeah, Spirit Vessel coming out so early on. He has that coming through from the courier. Because I was wondering who had the Earth throw it onto the Enchantress. Yeah, FBZ picks that one up. So it's gonna mess with the healing coming out onto the Ench, as well as the health coming through from the Morphlin as well on Pylos.
Yeah, and because he went for that Ring of Basilisk, it's going to be a relatively slow Manta compared to some of the other Manta. He still doesn't have either the Recipe or the Ultimate Orb, so they're about 2,500 gold away from it. So he won't be seeing, one, maybe even 2 kills with the Spirit Vessel for FBZ. Tims is the most farm support by quite some margin. He's going to go for that. Vlad's probably to Wraith back. Oh, Abeng, only level 5, poor soul. And forever level 5, Just, I mean, this is Enchantress, man. This is what Enchantress does to your lineup. It's just not a hero.
Yeah, and you look at the damage coming through, that untouchable. I mean, the onslaught into the trample, into the pulverize. You've got the boat and the torrent flying through, the crypt swarm as well as the spirit siphon. It's only really the Slark that's. I mean, even that's going to be the dark pack damage coming through after the pounce. So this untouchable, I wonder if he just straight skips it.
Maybe. Yeah, we might see a 0-4-4 build from Enchantress by level 8, and I wouldn't mind, she's got no health, by the way. She's got 700 health in this situation. Bob? Maybe Tim sees him, but he decides it's a little bit too risky. Top lane, Shanks puts an Observe Ward, immediately gets dewarded by Jack Boy, so that's a little bit of extra experience for him. And the map starting to feel a bit small somehow for Execration. You look at them, everyone near a tower, Tino's next to the tier 1, mid lane, Palace is pushing out, but the rest just feels like it's shrinking a little bit here. And this mid tier 1 for Boom still standing. Tims, what a god. What absolute god on this. It's level 2 living armor. It's like it's max stats. Level 2.
Yeah, and the regen is still there. I mean, Bob kind of moved away from the mid lane. He got ganked a couple of times. Ashu went for the Yule, so he's going to have that save when the Axe Mark does come out, at least for himself, which we've seen a good couple of times out on Bob. So Bob's just like, no more. I'm done with this now. You've had your fun, and we'll play around with something different when this Yules comes out.
I like the Yules, and he's going to go for the Bloodstone. This item got a decent buff, right? Doesn't no longer cost health to use it. You just use it, and that's it. So I like that quite a bit for the item.
Yeah. It might make it viable on more, because, I mean, Lesh was the only hero that was really buying it. Torrent going to be thrown out. Doesn't go that way, Bob will just be able to dodge it off. And again, Torrent split the wickets between Abeng as well as Bob.
Skeb's got no items, by the way, just boots, and as well as the Wind Lace and the Magic Wand. There's really no items on the Death Buff, but that's the nice thing about Death Buff. You don't really need items. Went for 1-1-1-4 build, just max out Spirit Siphon, and he's basically a 10 times better version of Enchantress. Way more health. I was saying he's got 400 more health, and he's Spirit Siphon. It's so good. You just take it, you do damage while healing. What's Enchantress? She did go for Untouchable, by the way. So, okay.
Yeah.
And Enigma went for your favorite item build, the first item Wraith Pact.
Yeah. I think
FBZ's bottom.
You might be able to make something happen. It's just Yeah, okay, so to expand on my, hate of this build, we'll come back to that after Aben gets himself out of danger, or maybe not. Yeah, the slow coming through, so the tire ring not going to be affected, but the X-Max spot, no boat thrown out. They're going to be able to take down Tims here, and FBZ just holding his spells, but a really nice onslaught in. They're going to be able to get the kill, and now the BKB, Yopaj pops out, the trample coming through now as well. Pilot's going to get himself away. Pulverize will be used, and Shanks will be deleted. It looks like, no, he gets himself out on 70 health. FBZ not falling up, and now he's going to be thrown out the boat. No torrent, no, just yet. Maybe saving that in case there's a potential black hole to follow through. Death Prophet split Earth, and now the torrent comes through. And Tino, can he get himself away from the danger? He's just going to be killed off, and FBZ on the double kill. The backline's Yopaj. He takes down Bob. 3 heroes going down on the side of Execration. And well, with the exorcism going, boom, might not be done just yet.
Palos, oh man, that's a little bit greedy pushing him when you kind of know the enemy's around.
He doesn't get the wave. Yeah, X-Mark drags him back, and now he's going to be silenced off as well. The Pulverized, they're going to be able to get the kill onto the Morphling.
That was a little greedy by Palos. You know, I mean, he just, like, they fought in that exact area, so the thing that the enemy team might have left was a bit wishful thinking. Tino used the Wraith Pack, by the way, and didn't actually micro it. It was just sort of in between the neutral. The neutral, what's it called? The Harpies actually were able to kill it in the end. So not getting the benefit out of the amazing item that is Wraith Pack.
Oh, they're going to be able to get another jump on Abing once again. This trample coming through, pulverized damage going to be used, but the Malphite does cancel it. Midnight Pulse, but it's only going to be level 1. The Wraith Pack does get dropped. Abing going to be able to get himself away with the Nature's Attendants. Yopaj might be in a little bit of trouble. Can he get himself away? No BKB, and Tims might be the follow-up here now as well. Tims not going to be able to get himself away from this. Oh, but FPC's close. Assassin with the Spike Carapace doesn't actually affect the Kunkka here now as well. Skem is invis. The Impale comes through. FBZ, he has that boat. Does he want to try and go for the run buff? There's going to be a split earth now as well, but Jack Boy's TPs. He's going to finally get involved in these fights, as well as the Black Hole. It actually gets a drag, but it gets cancelled now as well. Yeah, really good one on that Skem. FBZ gets low. Can he get himself away from this? The right click's enough. Tino's going to be able to get that kill. Bob, he's trying to run himself away from this now as well, but the Spirit Siphon, the Crypt Swarm, they claim the kill on Skem, and Skem, Jack Boys, he's trying to do damage to Palos, but they're all focusing down on Skem, and Skem, he's keeping himself alive for so long. One more right click though. Shanks gets the kill. Long enough for Tims to come right back into this fight. The Impale though, it's going to be a really nice double Impale. The way forward, Pylos finishes off the kill, and they go into Tims, and Tims will be cleaned up there as well. Yopaj, this fight goes on and on and on. The BKB here for Yopaj. He gets the trample off and just tries to walk himself away from Pylos.
Dude, Pylos, he's not even, is he not done yet? Yopaj looks like he's going to make it out, but Skem, huge value in that fight. Manages to dodge the black hole, throws the science just as it lands. No,
Yopaj, he's carries on going. Yeah, Pylos shifts into him, so he's going to be able to onslaught of his own, and the trample comes through. A lot of damage. Yopaj takes down the blast.
Oh my lord! And Execration, what was looking like it's starting to be a bit of a dire situation. They just go in. I think they team wipe, and they got Yopaj a second time right after. Tier 1 tower mid still standing for boom. But yeah, Execration, they just take a huge victory just now. So good on them in that situation. Morphling, by the way, he's not making the same mistake that Jack Boy's made. He's going straight up for the Aghanim Scepter after the Manta style. I love this because you turn into, we just saw him turn into the Primal Beast. Yeah. The Kunkka, you get so much status resistance in that situation, especially Primal Beast. You can just transform, turn on the trample, and just move over.
Midnight Pulse comes out to FBZ. FBZ is going to try and drop the bow, but I think he's going to go down before that hits. It does connect onto 2, but the Kunkka gets his ship sunk before the ghost ship hits. Yeah, so I can finally come back and explain why I hate this build on Enigma.
No, the time's passed. It doesn't work like it's like if I say so. The thing about Enchantress, like no, time's passed. Enchantress, by the way, will she take the? She's level 9 at 10. She has a. Or maybe maybe by 11, she'll have a point impetus. I'm excited to see that. A little bit of damage.
Yeah, it's not the first time we've seen this build for the Enchantress where you just don't pick up the impetus. You pick up points like that. I think it was Abeng that ran it last time we saw it as well. You ignore the impetus. You even put points in stats before you pick that up.
Yes. By the way, 2 people have Blink Dag on the next fight, Tino as well as Shanks, so they could jump in and be able to hold people down. In the meantime, what is Skem got? He's going for the mech, not too far off it actually, so that'll be helpful. He's just going to be a giant heal bot, this tanky guy right in the middle, healing himself as well as healing allies once he has the mech. Tim's about 900 gold away from the Wraith Pack, so it'll be Wraith Pack and Wraith Pack action. No points in Leech Seed in this game, which That's a little bit interesting. He places no value on this item at all. Oh, sorry, on this skill at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose he wanted to live in armor to keep that mid-tower alive. That's been more important. It did finally go down here. X-Mark onto Abeng. Both going to be dropped down as well, but the drag back to Glimmer Cape. Do they have enough damage with the trample to take him down? Glimmer Cape keeping him alive, but the pulverize. Yopaj, he has to pop the BKB, but the pulverize is going to be cancelled off now as well. Abeng, that... Okay, the untouchable working there, because Yopaj, after he thrown out his skills, couldn't actually get any damage off. And Abeng, again, just going to be able to prance himself out.
But they now know that there's no BKB on Yopaj. They might consider doing something now. Since it's down, they do have Black Hole. They have all their ultimates except the Vendetta, which is just being used. So Execration, I imagine they might want to consider smoking here. Palos does have the Aghanim Scepter just finished, I imagine, and that will be pretty good for him. Like we said, you transform into the Primal Beast, transform to the Kunkka, both really good.
And bottom lane. Well, I mean, we've talked about Bob with the Diabolic Edict, but not with the combination of Tino now as well. You're going to have that with the demonic conversions, the Eidolons coming through as well as the Edict. You're going to be... Look at how quickly, even through the Living Armor, how quickly this tower is going to go down. A tier 2 tower with Living Armor on it being pressured, and there's nothing that Boom can do. They're not even going to try and defend this.
Well, in the meantime, yeah, just Boom succeeding a bit of map control here in this for the bottom lane. You can just take the outpost if you want. And Palos, they're a bit scared of him, I think, if you're Boom Esports. Do they have any BKBs coming out? No, Slug doesn't have BKB. Went for Aghanims into Scotty, FBZ as well. Just finished the BKB. So once you get those, you can fight, but you still have to be worried a little bit about this Enigma Black Hole. So,
yeah.
Well, I'm really liking how Execration has approached this series. And remind you guys how important this match is. If Execration wins this match, they will overtake Hokori. Things get a little bit weird if Army Geniuses goes 2-0 in the last match of the day against SMG, but if Execration wins this, Hokori is almost guaranteed to go lower bracket, unless shenanigans happen with Army Geniuses. So, Boom Esports, testing strats, whatever you want to call it, I can't think that they want to lose this game. This is... They have upper bracket, but still, you want to be able... You get happiest in Dota when you make someone else miserable. So they just want to snatch that chance from Execration if they can.
Well, they might be able to snatch Tino's life from him. The jump comes in, the pulverize here onto the Enigma, and Enigma will go down. Even the Eidolon's being cleaned up there by FBZ. But backlines, Scam could be in trouble. There is going to be 3 heroes grouping up on him now as well. The Spike Carapace comes out, stuns X-Merc onto Palos. Palos going to get himself out of this. He's going to be dragged back. The Manta Style is still available if he wants to throw it out now. It's over the trample. They do finally take down Abeng once again, and Palos, he's trying to run away. Shanks with the Spirit Vessel pops that Spike Carapace. He's trying to run himself away in that Vendetta form. No reveal, but there is going to be the pulverize now as well. Onto the Morphlin. Morphlin going to get himself away from the damage. It looks like he's going to try and strength morph himself out. Overgrowth is going to be used now as well. The drive back into the boat, and FBZ takes down the Morphlin, and Abeng once again. Abeng brought back into this. Trample comes out. There's going to be the pounce now as well as the Dark Pack, and that's going to be a dieback on the Enchantress. So Boom, absolutely running riot over this fight. Jack Boys might not be so lucky though. He does have the Aghanim, so he's going to have that second leap away.
Oh, Tino, he's getting close to that BKB. Until he has it, these fights can be a little bit awkward sometimes for Execration. You don't want to lose that Enigma. You can tell the moment the Enigma is down, Boom Esports like, oh, just go. They literally cannot do anything against us. Everyone just go. Abeng's Enchantress.
Bob slowed down by the Nature's Grasp. There is going to be a really nice Yule Scepter onto the Primal Beast, though. Split Earth comes out. Midnight Pulse going to be dropped now as well. And Primal Beast has no BKB. Trying to get himself away as healthy as possible.
Oh,
really good. 3-man Black Hole. Going to be cancelled by Scam on that silence. But Enigma, can he get himself out of this now as well? The lightning is going to be dropping here from Bob. A lot of damage. He take down Tino. Good 2-man Impale. Can he follow up with the Split Earth and do the damage? It looks like they're going to be able to take down Jack Boys. Spike Carapace is not going to be effective as Jack Boys does get that leap away. And Scam's just healing through all of this. Look at the damage coming through onto Lishrak. Lishrak has to run himself away. The Spirit Vessel as well as the Drain running riot on his life. Now Palos going to be TPing, maybe looking to clean up Tims. Can he get himself out of this? Waveform goes forward and Tims just has to turn himself and run. Dude,
this is the second time Scam does this with that instant silence on the Enigma. Just without the BKB, Enigma cannot Black Hole. Once you have that, the only thing you're worried about is overgrowth, but that's kind of a bit difficult for it to land. But alright, can they find Tims? No, even though Shanks gets the stun off, but they can't follow him down. And Shanks, he needs to get out of here. He needs to move pronto. And Palos is like, he turns on turbo with that haste throw. Just like, nope. I'm not gonna be caught there with you. We haven't really gotten the value out of this Morphling Aghanims yet, and until Tino gets that BKB, I imagine you don't want to fight. You already have 100 seconds on the black hole. You're not gonna get it any. You're not gonna. If you fight now, you won't have it. You might as well just wait for that BKB.
Well, Abeng's gonna force, I don't want to say force, but, you know, showing the little skeletons roaming in. You're not sure where everyone else on the side of Execration is, so Jackboys just does the safe thing, backs himself away here. How's Slack looking? He's only about 1,000 gold behind the Morph, so it's not too bad. He's nearly got the gold here now as well. I think about 500-600 gold are fully completing the Skadi.
I just realized Morphling can transform to Treant and heal his own towers. And then we'll just have this long-ass game where everyone's just healing the towers. Like, oh, you're healing yours? Oh, wait. I'm surprised Tim's has allowed his top tower to be like low health for this long. It's, I mean,
yeah.
the cooldown is half of the duration, so you can spare it if you want once in a while. But he knows best. Like, it's not a criticism. It's just I'm surprised that he like lets it. He's prioritizing his heroes. You never know when they're gonna fight. The living armor is 12 armor, by the way, which is absolutely massive. So it makes sense that he doesn't want to waste it on a tower. Oh, Bob. All right, Bob. What are you doing here? Bob needs that BKB as well. Once they have BKBs, it's only the overgrowth that they have to be worried about.
Yeah. And even that, you know, if he's got that BKB going, he can just sustain in the fight. Well, not sustain, but, you know, he can just pump out a lot of damage coming through with the Pulse Nova, with the Diabolic Edict. So it's one of those that even if you lock him down, if that BKB is going, is that something you want to be close to?
I don't think it's too much of a big deal. Actually, yeah, it shouldn't be too bad, honestly.
Okay.
Well, Nyx, where's Nyx going for? Yeah, Yules, Forstaff, Yopaj. Yopaj has the Kaya Sanj. I've been wondering how he's going to scale with this here. He goes for the Kaya Sanj to sort of give him a little bit of extra damage, magic damage, as well as it gives you that status resistance. So it's a solid item. Roshan's something we've just not touched upon. 28, almost 29 minutes now, and Execration wants to go for it. Boom, they are aware that Execration is very strong in the Roche Pit, courtesy of that Enigma.
Yeah, with the aren't contesting into this, I don't even know if they have vision. They're going to be seeing an Eidolon and a Skeleton, but yeah, it was way too quick here for Execration. And boom, just couldn't respond. They get the Impel through. The Void Form comes forward now as well. And the Kunkka does have that BKB. FBZ mechanism gets popped here from Scam. And now Yopaj, he wants to dive in. The boat's going to go though. Who does it go on to? And Pylos, the Pulverize comes out now as well. But look at him. He's so tanky, just shifting up to the full strength morph. And now he shifts onto Jack, boys. Oh, FBZ. Do they want to carry on going? FBZ, BKBs, it's going to be wearing off now as well.
Stun lands!
Spike,
what timing?
Yeah, really nice on that split earth, and the waveform comes forward. Bob just absolutely deletes him out. Yopaj, Pylos, he's going to be shifting it again. The black hole, he catches 3! Nothing to interrupt this time. They're going to be able to clean up this fight, and then Skem was caught in it there as well. Even if he wasn't, that silence not going to be effective. In Execration, they take down 4. Yopaj, he just has to stand on the high ground and watch.
I love how Tino approached that fight. He was like, I am not going in until I can catch Tims. No, I'm not going to wait. He has had multiple black holes being cancelled almost instantly. He's like, I got the BKB. I'm not going to give this. 3-man black hole at the very end. And Execration, they take the melee racks. Now they're going bottom again. Oh, boom. How much fight do you have in them after this?
Yeah, I mean, 30 seconds without the Slack at all. He doesn't have buyback here now as well. Kunkka and Treant will be coming up, so I imagine they take this tier 3 on the side of Execration, then just back themselves away. They don't want to overextend, but again, I suppose Pylos does still have his BKB. He has that Aegis if you want to go for this now as well. He goes for the waveform away, so yeah. Okay, so they're not overextending. They don't want to commit to too much and then get caught out as everyone on the side of Boom respawns. But still, a really good fight there from the side of Execration. And like you say, they top it off with a melee racks in the mid lane.
They were definitely looking for that upper bracket one. And Palace, I was going to say, he's probably not interested in pushing because he was low health. But he finds a regen ruin. Gaben blesseth thee. You know, he's like, here's my love. Take it. Take the regen ruin. Enjoy. Boom Esports, is there any big item coming up for them? I mean, the Wraith Pack's finished, and Tims is going to go for that Blink Dagger, which will be very helpful for him to make sure he interrupts the Enigma. Yeah. Although, yeah, you got to be very careful that you blink, like, very far from the black hole, but close enough for the overgrowth. It's a bit tricky to get that sometimes. I've seen a lot of Treants that just end up blinking right into the black hole itself.
Tino, he just walks straight past the torrent, but there is going to be a pulverize after the onslaught, and Jack Boys gets involved. The BKB. Oh, that's going to be the BKB active here for the Enigma. It's not going to be too bad. It's still going to be down for about 25 seconds after he respawns. But yeah, that's going to be the more important thing is that's another second off the charge.
Yeah, however, yeah, when he comes up, he's gonna have Black Hole. It's not too bad. I don't think Execration is too worried about it. Mid lane still pushing in. Your opponent's just gonna be forced to defend it. So they're fine. You know, they already have they have a glyph. They haven't even lost a tier 2, so it's gonna be glyph refresh. It's fine. It's a it's an inconsequential death overall. Tims, they might be walking straight. Oh dear.
Got impaled though onto Jackboys. Jackboys with the Dark Pact and straight into the Shadow Dance now as well. Palos, what can do? The BKB is going to be potted from Palos. And it looks like Tims, he's just backed himself through the trees. Oh, back lines though. Yopaj wants to come in. He's got the jump out. He's going to be onto Shanks now as well with his own BKB. The silence on, so it's not going to be Spike Carapace to follow up. Can he get the kill onto Shanks? Shanks going to be walking himself away. Lotus Up does get used on him now as well. Palos, he's used his own BKB. It looks like he wants to carry on chasing. Backline, Scam's going to be locked down. He's going to be killed off as well. They do get it, and Bob dropping the lightning to get the kill. Tims with the TP. FBZ with the TP. Palos, he shifted into that. No. Yopaj, he goes the other way. He's not going to be able to get the dive through, even in the Slark form.
At the end, all they did was lose Scam, so it's not too bad. Decent damage as well on the top tier 2. Losing your position 5, he's going to respawn by the time anything else happens, so it's not an issue for Boom Esports. Black Hole wasn't expanded. I don't think he was even alive in that fight, so it doesn't matter. But no Black Hole is kind of like, you want to waste that. That is the spell you're hoping to get out of Execration to allow you to fight. And Execration, they want to push. The Aegis is got still 40 seconds, so be a bit of a tight timing for them to try to take a Rax though.
Yeah.
Oh, get out big items. I get him Scepter on the Kunkka, much needed for that Torrent Storm, as well as the B. Was it BKB? No, someone finished the BKB. I think it was Jackboy. Someone finished an item. Trying to find who it was. Damn it! I missed it. Leshrac. There you go. Leshrac has it.
Was it Lesh finished the BKB? Okay.
I thought it was. I saw that. I was like, someone finished the BKB. I thought both the items were on Boom, but then I was like, oh wait, Leshrac's on the other side. Okay.
But yeah, they did take a tier 2 tower. The smoke comes out for Execration now as well, and BKB. Well, that's going to be the Aegis being reclaimed, but BKB as well as the Black Hole up for Tino here. Smoke coming through on 4 heroes. They might be using Abang as bait, but you've got to know where there's smoke, there's fire. And where there's Bambi, there's the rest of the team now as well, Execration. Boom. They're going to be able to get the jump through now as well, but it's only going to be the pulverize onto Shanks. Lotus Orb comes out as well. The torrent into the bow. He might be able to do a lot of damage. Abing, the bow connects there as well. Pulverize, Onslaught's going to be used now as well. They do get through, but Nyx Assassin keeps himself alive. He might go down to the Torrent Storm. FBZ picks up that kill. Backlines, Palos. He shifted once again into the form of the Slug, so he's going to be able to get that pounce off if he wants to go for it now as well. 1 second away, the chase. They're both chasing. Both just running as fast as each other now as well. But Scam going to be locked down. Has to pop that mechanism. Can he get himself away from Bob? Bob just putting out all the damage. His slow comes out from the lightning bolt now as well. The silence, but one more right click. Can he get in range to take it down? Scam. He hits and then he turns. Cool guys, don't look at the kills.
I wonder if he was far enough that he could have maybe popped a smoke on Scam, but I don't think so. Oh man, awkward situation. In the end though, it's 1-for-1 trade, so it's not too big of a deal. And Boom Esports, they are going to be happy with that. They did kill Shanks. Shanks has proven himself to be a very difficult kill to get though. Every time your pod jumps on him, trying to sort of, stomp him to the ground, he just heals himself and he's just fine. And this is kind of been the problem with the Primal Beast. Your damage is pretty good early game, but it just doesn't scale. You know, it's just not doing enough pain to the enemy side. And maybe the 25% extra trample attack multiplier will be nice, but overall, we're just seeing that the problems of this hero, not the scale that we see from like the Ember Spirit or the Kunkka.
No, fortification has to be used here from Boom as well, because the pressure being put onto the bottom set of racks. Edict's going to be coming out now as well. The Eidolon's cleaning up onto the creeps, and they're just going to be able to carry on going. This is going to be a second melee racks, and the third has been opened up by the way of taking that tier 2 tower in the top lane just before the Aegis got reclaimed.
In the meantime, and Execration, they're playing this slow. Roshan, they know it's going to be up in about, could be a minute, could be 4 minutes. There's a DD ruin as well if they want to go for it. They don't have any vision of the area, so they don't know it's there, but might be something they do. Either way, they're not in no hurry to go up. And Refresher Orb is finished on Tino. I was gonna say on the Tino. He's the Tino now.
Yeah, he is the Tino. So gonna be a second BKB, a second Black Hole to come through as well.
Insane performance on Tina this whole series, by the way. Game 1 on the Nature's Prophet had a miserable landing stage, recovered with that Midas. Game 2 doing an insane job as well. Even though he's got like 2 black holes cancelled. He's still managing to land into when it matters.
Nope.
Oh, that Tidebringer. It actually procs and hits Tito, prevents it from blinking in. However, Yopaj is in.
They're going to be able to find out Bob. So Lotus Up comes out. Bob's going to try and do what he can. The black hole comes through the BKB. They catch out onto 3 heroes. Again, he's going to be able to refresh. Throws out the second one. They lock down. They kill off the Jack Boys. Scam's gone now as well. Yopaj can't get himself away from this FBZ. Tries to do what he can with the tidal wave, but the GG gets called. Full team wipe here for Execration to end this game. Great way to end this game here in game number 2 to potentially secure yourself upper bracket in the BTS Pro Series.
Wow, dude, yesterday we were watching Hokori play. We were like, oh, Hokori's, they're comfortable because there's no way Execration can beat Boom. And then they just do it twice. The best team in Southeast Asia, GPC-wise at the very least, loses to Execration twice in a row. And my God, that final black hole by Timo, he goes in, gets 3 people. Tims jumps in, does do a good interrupt thanks to the blink tag, but it doesn't make a difference because Timo's like, oh, that was just round 1. That was half my power. Let me actually use it. Let me put my hands on the keyboard and see what we can do now. So very, very impressive move by Execration. Bob did a good job. Game by Execration. Bob did really pretty well as well. Shanks, once he got the Yule Scepter, Yopaj, every time he jumps on him, he can't actually get his hands on Shanks. I mean, he does with his ultimate, but he isn't able to kill him. Just another really good performance by Execration. Where was this during the first half of the group stage, I wonder?
Saving strats, obviously.
Of course.
Absolutely calculated on the side of Execration. They knew how many games they had to win to get that upper bracket, and they were just like, cool, we don't need to reveal anything important. We can just get these strats out when we need them. But yeah, so that is going to be potentially, and I stress the potentially, Execration going to the upper bracket over Hokori. But yeah, if Army Geniuses win 2-0 against SMG in our 3rd series of the day, things get a little bit weird. And
they get very weird.
I'm not the admin that has to figure that out. So Dougie, whatever you have to do, but maybe start preparing now. But yeah, SMG versus Fnatic will be the next series. We're going to be taking a quick 15-minute break as we get ourselves ready for this next series here on BTS. But for now, again, it is going to be a break, guys, so we'll see you then for Team SMG versus Fnatic. See you in a few.